Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another DC FanDome panel recap, or I guess reaction to, some footage that we just saw. I'm, of course, your host, Griffin Schiller, over here. And here at FilmSpeak, we like to say the conversation continues after the credits. And so if you want to be a part of that conversation and talk all things DC FanDome and movies and whatnot, you're definitely in the right place. So consider subscribing to the channel. So I'm sure many of you probably caught the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer reaction that I did a little bit earlier. Incredible trailer, really set the bar for what DC FanDome is doing, and we've gotten a lot of amazing pieces of content since then. And James Gunn's The Suicide Squad panel just finished up, and so we're going to talk about it. But of course, I'm not joined alone on this. I am joined by Ren from Ren Geekness. Ren, how's it going, buddy?
I'm very good, man. Thanks for having me on. Excited to talk about all the stuff that has been going on today. It's everything about it is exciting.
Yeah, no, for sure. And listen, for this one specifically, I wanted to make sure that I had a comics expert on because I'm going to be 100% transparent and honest here. I don't know a whole lot about the Suicide Squad comics. I didn't really read them. Obviously, I know what King Shark is and like some of the other characters, Harley Quinn. I actually do know who Bloodsport is, surprisingly. But I just, and I felt like it would just be better. It would be a better reaction if we both sat and watched it together. Again, obviously, we saw this when it first aired during the Suicide Squad panel, and so this isn't going to be the first time we're seeing it, but we might be able to pick up on some new things here and there. But I guess before we get into the proper reaction to that trailer, what did you make of the panel? Like, did the Suicide Squad panel sell you on the film?
It did, and I don't want to say hater, but I'm not a fan of the first Suicide Squad. So I was already happy to know that it was going to be disconnected, apart from a few of the actors coming back to the same characters. But the energy feels different. The look feels very different. The approach feels very different. And it embraces that wacky side of the very premise of most of these characters that we're about to see in the sizzle reel. So I was really enthusiastic watching this panel.
Yeah, same here. I think right off the bat, I mean, just like James Gunn has that energy. He knows how to handle an ensemble, and it comes through in here. Everyone just when they're playing the games and everything, interacting, everyone's having a good time, and everyone it feels like a really big family. Even more so than I would say Guardians of the Galaxy, which is wild because I thought he did an excellent job with that movie. So, and the thing that the number one thing that was apparent to me was that James Gunn is willing and he wants to so badly to embrace the weird. This is just like they were talking a little bit about, and you'll see in the behind the scenes clip that we're going to show here, they were talking a little bit about how James Gunn wanted to make this his version of the Dirty Dozen, but with like his dark sense of humor in there. And oh my God, I think based off of the footage that we see, it is exactly that. And I can't wait till we actually get like a full trailer of this. Like the sizzle reel was nice. This first look was great. It kind of, whet our appetite a little bit, but man, I need a trailer because I'm like super hyped for this thing. But anyways, guys, let's get into this little behind the scenes look that we have here. Ren and I are going to be just kind of reacting to it, talking about it, giving you our thoughts as it goes along. And then obviously we'll break it down a little bit after. So, all right, let's hope that this thing doesn't lag and let's go for it.
I think it's going to surprise people.
You kind of sit there and go, how did they do that?
I love the exotic locations.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, there she is, Harley Quinn with the rocket
that moment is so good. I love that shot in the snow.
Yeah,
with the whole lineup.
The whole lineup, yeah.
An opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
This one is completely unique. This is a gritty 1970s.
Yeah, there it is, the war film. And dude, watching this, I'm like, I'm getting shades of Kong Skull Island, but I think that this movie's going to put that film to shame.
You know what? I hadn't thought of it, but you're right. The beach location feels very Kong Skull Island-y.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh my God, the weasel.
Yeah, weasel.
So good.
Also, John Cena here saying, he said play a douchey Captain America. Oh my God, dead, absolutely dead. Oh my God, you love to see it. You love to see it. And Polka Dot Man, oh my God.
Even in the panel, John Cena was so good, so funny.
Oh my God, so funny. so many fucking explosions in this, dude. It's just like all over the place.
It almost feels like a Michael Bay movie in a way. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it feels
Yeah.
like
The biggest movie I've ever made.
Yeah, and I love. Oh, they're King Shark eating the. Oh man.
Know what to expect.
Don't get
Harley
too
Quinn.
attached.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna take the characters from that first film and just like
Most
completely just
exciting
bring them to a new level.
journey of my life making this film.
Especially because he was really excited about working with Harley Quinn. You know.
yes.
Oh man. I mean, it's just so great. It looks like an absolute blast. Like I can't imagine someone better suited for that film. But Ren, I guess just having watched it a second time or so, what was your biggest takeaway from the behind the scenes sort of clip there?
My biggest takeaway is actually how practical it looks. Like they did a lot of it. There were a lot of on-set explosions. There were a lot of stunts being made on set, of course, with wires and whatnot. But it feels like it was very on camera, as much as it could be.
Yeah, there's a lot of practical effects. I love that they're using like a different exotic location. Like it feels like it's going to be a very like self-contained film. Like it's just like a one location sort of like maybe break someone out sort of thing, or like extracting something. I have no idea what to expect from a story standpoint, but I think the biggest takeaway for me was during the panel, they were basically poking fun at Rooker, Michael Rooker playing Savant. And I have to imagine that he's going to be the first one to die, just based off of just like everything that they were saying. Because, everyone is, well, not everyone, but most people are not making it out of this film alive, except for like, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, maybe, and I don't know, Viola Davis. But I mean, do you think that Rooker is going to be the first one to get it?
I don't know if he's going to be the first, but I actually have this feeling that James Gunn is going to pull an X-Force right in the first act, and about half of the team is out of here, like right away.
Yeah.
I don't know if half, but like more than 2 or 3 people of the team. And Michael Rooker could very well be one of them. I think Pete Davidson could also be one of them, and Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion's not making it, man. He's not staying in. Yeah, no, I agree.
It doesn't pay to be James Gunn's friend and be in his movie.
He's gonna be, because you know that they're gonna be the first ones to bite the dust for sure.
Exactly.
Well, and Michael Rooker already like had his time with the Guardians film, so I can see him like wanting to do a little bit more here. But like I think the biggest standout for me was King Shark, the Weasel, like those two, just like the Weasel especially, because that didn't look like finished footage. That looked like in camera, like practical effects,
For sure, yeah.
That was like,
way to me too.
Yeah, that was really impressive. And that's obviously being played by Sean Gunn, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So who do you think are going to be the big players here to keep an eye on? I mean, obviously you get people like Idris Elba in here. You get people like Peter Capaldi and whatnot. Like who should be the characters that we keep an eye on?
Well, apart from the obvious choices that you brought up, as well as, of course, Harley Quinn, I think King Shark could be a show stealer.
Yeah.
Because there was I believe it was a press release that had an actor attached to the role of King Shark. I'm not sure if that's the voice actor or the actor who did the motion capture.
Right.
But I think they haven't revealed who's doing the voice. And I think
you think it's a surprise?
I think it's
like
a surprise. I think they're going to reveal it before the movie comes out, but we don't know it at this point. They do, and they're keeping it close for like an actual trailer, I believe. And maybe Peacemaker, because John Cena just feels so energetic about everything.
I know. Yeah, I don't want to see John Cena die in this, but I also feel like he probably will. Like he'll go out in a blaze of glory and it'll be absolutely hilarious, because he's going to be just like playing it up to 11.
For sure. He's going to be chewing the scenery.
Yeah, 100%. I think the other thing that kind of like stuck out to me was it reminded me of the Watchmen comics and the Minutemen, right? And they're like ridiculous costumes. It just felt like they're willing to embrace those costumes, set them in this war setting, with James Gunn's, flair and whatnot. And it just, I don't know, this whole thing just screamed like big, exciting, war film, embracing the weird and getting people to just like have fun. Like, I guess Gunn himself was sort of tweeting out about it. It was just like this edgier, made for adults, like Guardians of the Galaxy type movie, but it's also like more of a war film. So I don't know. I think we got a lot to look forward to here. From the character lineup that we got to this, little behind the scenes look, I think to me, it's just like James Gunn is in complete control of this movie. And he's going to bring us something just like fresh, different, and exciting. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel the same. I also like that we got to see, from the looks of it, at least it looked like it. Mostly everyone was at least showed up once in one of the little sneak peeks that we got at least one of the sets. So it feels like mostly everyone comes into play. We get to see even Pete Davidson as Blackguard in a prison outfit. We get to see everyone in all these different sets. So it feels like he was really specific about his story and about what he got on camera and who he got on camera as well. And special shout out to Daniela Melchior, who's playing Ratcatcher, Portuguese actress representing my nation.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's the other thing I loved about it. He assembled an international cast. Like there's people from all over the globe here, and I just think it's incredible that he was able to bring like international talent together to just like give us this incredible film. It just feels bigger than the previous Suicide Squad. It feels like the shackles are off. It's James Gunn unchained. He's not controlled by the Marvel whatever anymore, even though he works well with them, but it just feels like he's doing something that he's super passionate about. He wants to have fun with it, and I feel like it's gonna come through in the end result.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It feels so different. It's a complete push that old one aside. This is new. This is fresh. This is never seen before. This is very James Gunny in the best way possible.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay, Red, any final thoughts on the behind the scenes little first look teaser before we close out, or really the panel as a whole?
I hope the energy that they were portraying with one another on the panel and the chemistry that they seem to have, even if it was like this virtually, comes across in the film as they're playing these characters and at the helm, and with James Gunn at the helm, because he's very enthusiastic. He even talks about editing, and I know editing is not the most enthusiastic process of filmmaking, but he's all happy, man. So let's get it. Go Gunn. Yeah, go Gunn. Dude, I tweeted this out and I was just like, James Gunn, go off. And I just like, I felt like him, just like he was super excited, super passionate, super energetic. And he just went off in this. And I couldn't have been more excited for it. I think this behind the scenes look paired with the panel, paired with the the roster lineup, it felt like a sporting event. Like it feels exciting. And even that poster that he dropped a little bit after the panel, it's just like, it's pulpy, it's violent. It feels like a comic book cover. That's the best thing aspect about it. In the behind the scenes thing, Idris Elba was saying it just feels like a graphic novel come to life. And I feel like that is the truest sense of what this is. And I feel like, and the other thing that I really liked about it was Gunn talking about how he's not treating it as an adaptation. He's treating it as a sequel to, the original run of the Suicide Squad comics. So it's like, this is coming from someone who loves this mythology, this lore, these characters, wants to do things big, wants to do things weird, and I think it's going to show in the end result. But guys, the most important thing is, what did you all think of the Suicide Squad first look that we got from DC FanDome? Let us know down in the comments section below. Thank you, Mr. Ren Geekness, for joining me. As always, where can everyone find you on the interwebs? You can find me everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Ren Geekness, where I do lots of movie reviews and cover a few of these panels, like my friend Griffin Schiller over here. Thank you for having me, man. Yeah, for sure. And, maybe we'll have you back on another one of these. I don't know what these panels are going to offer us going forward. Batman, have me back on the Batman. We're going to do it up for the Batman. That's for damn sure. But guys, listen, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to the FilmSpeak channel so you don't miss out on all the DC FanDome coverage we have going on here, and also for the other great movie coverage that we have going on here on a regular basis. You can like FilmSpeak on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, just search FilmSpeak. And lastly, if you like me specifically and you like what I have to say, you can give me a follow on Twitter at Griff Schiller. All right, guys, it's been fun chatting with you about the Suicide Squad. And until the next panel,